Hey Sagittarius, I need to share something with you right now because the energy coming through in this reading is honestly unlike anything I have felt in such a long time. I sat down with my deck today and the moment I started shuffling for you, there was this warmth, this incredible sense of hope and possibility that just washed over everything. I am not someone who throws around words like miraculous or life-changing lightly, but what I am seeing here for you is genuinely extraordinary. This is not just about things getting better. This is about a complete transformation of your entire reality. And it is happening in ways that are so much more beautiful than you could have imagined. So, I just pulled Justice as my first card, and I actually had to pause for a moment because the timing of this is absolutely perfect. You know how you have been dealing with situations that felt unfair. Moments where you questioned whether doing the right thing even mattered anymore. Times when you wondered if karma was just a concept people talked about but never actually experienced. Sagittarius, that chapter is closing. Justice is not showing up here to give you some vague promise about balance eventually finding its way to you. This card is telling me that there is a very specific situation in your life right now where the scales are literally tipping in your favor. And it is happening because you stayed true to yourself when it would have been so much easier to compromise your values. I am seeing someone who made choices based on integrity even when those choices cost you something. Someone who walked away from situations that did not align with who you are. Someone who refused to play games even when everyone around you was playing them. The universe has been taking notes, and what is coming for you now is the direct result of every moment you chose honesty over convenience, authenticity over acceptance. This is not random good luck, this is earned. This is the cosmos looking at everything you have been through and saying you deserve recognition, you deserve vindication. You deserve to see that your principles were not naive but powerful. What makes this justice energy so profound right now is that I am seeing legal matters, contracts, agreements, official decisions all aligning in your favor in ways that seem almost too perfect to be coincidence. If you have been waiting for news about anything involving documentation, formal processes, or official approvals, the energy around this is incredibly positive. But beyond the practical manifestations, what this card is really showing me is a shift in how the world responds to you. People who overlooked you are suddenly seeing your value. Situations that seemed stuck are suddenly moving forward. Relationships that felt one-sided are suddenly finding equilibrium. You are entering a phase where you will not have to fight for fair treatment anymore because the truth of who you are is becoming so undeniable that fairness just naturally surrounds you. There is someone specific I am picking up on who has not been treating you with the respect you deserve. And justice is telling me that without you having to say a word or make a single move, this person is about to understand exactly what they lost by underestimating you. The realization they are going to have is going to shift something fundamental in how they see you. And while you might not even want their validation anymore, it is going to feel pretty satisfying to watch them finally get it. Now I am pulling King of Wands and O Sagittarius. This is where the reading starts to really get exciting because this card is showing me a version of you that is about to emerge. And this version is so confident, so magnetic, so completely in command of your own life that it is going to shock even you. You know how you have had moments lately where you doubted your power, questioned your abilities, wondered if you still had what it takes to make things happen. The King of Wands is basically laughing at those doubts because what is coming through here is pure leadership energy, pure manifestation power. Pure this is who I am and I am done playing small vibes. This card represents someone who does not just have ideas but actually brings them into reality. Someone who inspires others not through trying but simply through being themselves. Someone who commands respect without demanding it. That is who you are becoming. And it is not a subtle shift. It is a complete reclaiming of your personal power. I am seeing you stepping into situations where you would normally hold back. And instead of shrinking or second-guessing yourself, you are just going to naturally take charge. And the wild thing is, people are going to respond to this so positively. There is this energy around you right now that makes others want to follow your lead, want to support your vision, want to be part of whatever you are creating. If you have been thinking about starting something new, launching a project, taking on a leadership role, or just generally being more visible in your field, the King of Wands is telling me that this is your moment. You have something that others do not have, a combination of vision and charisma and genuine passion that is incredibly rare. And when you let yourself fully embody that, you become absolutely unstoppable. There is a particular area of your life, probably related to your career or a creative pursuit, where you have been playing it safe, where you have been waiting for permission or the right moment or some external sign that you are ready. This card is your sign. You are ready. You have been ready. And the universe is literally pushing you forward now because it is tired of watching you dim your light. What I love about this King of Wands energy is that it is not about becoming someone you are not. It is about finally allowing yourself to be who you actually are without apology. You have spent so much time accommodating others, adjusting yourself to fit into spaces that were too small for you, dampening your enthusiasm because you did not want to seem like too much. That era is over. The version of you that is emerging does not care about fitting in because you are too busy creating something that actually matters to you. And the people who are meant to be in your life are going to absolutely love this version of you, while the people who preferred you small and manageable are going to naturally fall away. This is not loss. This is liberation. The Hanged Man just came through, and I know this might seem like it contradicts the powerful King of Wands energy. But actually these two cards together are telling such an interesting story. The Hanged Man is not about being stuck. It is about choosing to see things from a completely different perspective. And in your case, Sagittarius, I am seeing that you have recently had or are about to have a major shift in how you understand a situation that has been confusing you for a while. You know how sometimes you can be dealing with something and you keep trying to figure it out from the same angle, asking the same questions, hoping for a different answer. And then suddenly something clicks and you see the entire thing in a new light. That is what is happening for you right now. And this new perspective is going to be absolutely freeing. I am specifically seeing this related to a sacrifice you made or a period of waiting that felt frustrating at the time. The Hanged Man is showing me that this was not wasted time. This was preparation. You were not stuck. You were being positioned. Everything you went through during this period of feeling like nothing was moving forward was actually teaching you something essential about patience, about trusting divine timing, about understanding that your path does not have to look like everyone else's path. And now that you are on the other side of this, you have a wisdom and a depth that is going to serve you incredibly well in what is coming next. There is a specific relationship or situation where you kept trying to force something to work, kept trying to make it happen through sheer will. And eventually you had to just let go and surrender to not knowing how it would turn out. The Hanged Man is telling me that your surrender was not defeat. It was the exact thing that needed to happen for the universe to step in and handle it for you. What makes this card so powerful in this reading is that it is showing me you are developing a completely new relationship with control. You are learning that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. That sometimes waiting is not passive but deeply strategic. That sometimes not having all the answers is exactly where the magic happens. And this shift in perspective is going to change everything about how you approach challenges going forward. Instead of burning yourself out trying to force outcomes, you are going to start trusting that things unfold in their own time. And ironically, this is going to make you so much more effective. People are going to start seeing you as someone who has their life together, not because you are controlling everything but because you are comfortable with not controlling everything. And that kind of ease is magnetic. 10 of Wands just appeared, and okay. I need to be honest with you about what I am seeing here because this card is highlighting something important. You have been carrying way too much for way too long. I am seeing someone who has taken on responsibilities that were not yours to carry, who has been supporting people who should be supporting themselves, who has been holding together situations that were meant to fall apart. The 10 of Wands is not a fun card to get because it basically shows up when you are exhausted from overextending yourself. But in this reading, with all this positive energy on it, I am seeing this as a release card. You are about to put down these burdens, Sagittarius. Not in a dramatic way, not in a way that hurts anyone, but in a way that is so natural and so necessary that you are going to wonder why you did not do it sooner. I am picking up on a specific situation where you have been the person everyone relies on, the one who always has the answer, the one who fixes things when they go wrong. And while it might have felt good to be needed at first, at this point it is just draining you. The 10 of Wands is showing me that you are going to start setting boundaries that would have felt impossible for you to set before. And the amazing thing is, people are going to respect these boundaries. There might be one or two people who push back because they are used to having unlimited access to your energy. But most people in your life are going to actually appreciate seeing you take care of yourself. This is going to create space for you to focus on what actually matters to you, not what you think you should be doing or what others expect from you, but what genuinely lights you up and makes you feel alive. I am seeing creative projects that have been on hold, personal dreams that you have been putting off, self-care practices that you have been neglecting. All of these things are about to become priorities again because you are reclaiming your time and energy. The relief that is coming with this release is going to be physical. Like you are literally going to feel lighter, you are going to sleep better, you are going to have more energy for the things that actually matter. And as you let go of these burdens, you are going to realize that most of them were never yours to begin with. You took them on because you are generous and caring and you genuinely want to help people. But somewhere along the way helping became enabling, and supporting became carrying. And what should have been temporary assistance became permanent responsibility. The 10 of Wands is giving you permission to stop, to reassess, to be honest about what you can and cannot do, and to trust that other people are capable of handling their own lives even if they have gotten used to you doing it for them. 10 of Cups just came through and I literally felt this wave of emotion because this card is showing me that everything you have been hoping for in terms of emotional fulfillment, genuine connection, and deep happiness is not just possible, it is incoming. The 10 of Cups is the happily ever after card, the dreams coming true card. The my life is actually this beautiful card, and in a reading that is already overflowing with positive energy. This is like the universe putting an exclamation point on everything. I am seeing relationships in your life reaching a level of depth and authenticity that you have always wanted but maybe did not think was realistic. I am seeing family dynamics healing in surprising ways. I am seeing friendships becoming more meaningful and supportive. I am seeing romantic connections, whether new or existing, entering a phase of genuine contentment and mutual joy. What stands out to me most about this 10 of Cups energy is that it is not about perfection, it is about alignment. You are finding your people, Sagittarius. You are connecting with individuals who see you clearly, who appreciate you fully, who do not need you to be anything other than exactly who you are. If you have felt lonely or misunderstood lately, if you have been in relationships where you had to constantly explain yourself or justify your choices or tone down your personality, that is ending. The people who are coming into your life now are the people who are already in your life who are stepping up in new ways. These are your true soul connections. These are the relationships that make life feel worth living, that remind you why human connection matters, that give you a sense of belonging you might not have even realized you were missing. I am also seeing this card indicating a literal homecoming of sorts. This could be physical, like you are finding or creating a living situation that finally feels right. Or it could be more metaphorical, like you are finding your place in the world, your purpose, your reason for being here. There is something about your life that is about to feel complete in a way it has not before. And this completion is not about having everything figured out. It is about being at peace with where you are while still being excited about where you are going. You are entering a phase where you can genuinely say I am happy and mean it without qualifiers, without yeah but statements. Without feeling like you are jinxing something by admitting things are good. This is real happiness, sustainable happiness. The kind that comes from being aligned with your truth and surrounded by people who celebrate that truth with you. 9 of Cups is next and okay Sagittarius. This is the wish fulfillment card, the your desires are manifesting card, the you are getting what you asked for card. And combined with everything else in this reading, I am seeing that you are entering what I can only describe as a golden period. The 9 of Cups is sometimes called the wish card because it represents that moment when something you have been wanting for a long time finally comes through. And it comes through in a way that exceeds your expectations. I am seeing multiple wishes coming true here, not just one. This is not a single stroke of good luck. This is a sustained period of things going your way, of doors opening, of opportunities appearing, of life just working in your favor. What I find really beautiful about this card in your reading is that it is showing me you are finally going to feel satisfied, like genuinely content with what you have while still being open to more. You know how sometimes you achieve something you wanted, and there is this immediate sense of okay, what is next? Like you cannot even enjoy the win because you are already thinking about the next goal. The Nine of Cups is bringing you the gift of presence, the ability to actually savor your successes, to acknowledge how far you have come, to appreciate what you have built. This does not mean you lose your ambition or your drive. It just means you are learning to enjoy the journey instead of constantly deferring happiness until some future moment when everything is perfect. I am picking up on something specific about self-worth here. The Nine of Cups is telling me that you are starting to really understand your value, not in an arrogant way but in a grounded, unshakable way. You are done settling for crumbs. You are done accepting less than you deserve because you are afraid of being alone or starting over or not finding something better. You are recognizing that you bring so much to the table, that you have so much to offer, that anyone who gets to be in your life in any capacity is lucky to be there. And this shift in how you see yourself is going to completely change what you attract. The universe mirrors back to us what we believe about ourselves. And as you step into this energy of I am worthy of good things, of love, of success, of joy, the universe is going to start delivering those things to you in abundance. There is also something here about celebration. The Nine of Cups is encouraging you to actually celebrate your wins, to share your happiness with others, to let yourself be proud of what you have accomplished. You might have a tendency to downplay your achievements or feel uncomfortable with attention, but this card is saying it is okay to be happy. It is okay to be excited. It is okay to let others see you thriving. Your joy does not diminish anyone else, and people who love you want to see you winning. So whatever good things are coming your way, and there are many, do not hide them or minimize them or feel guilty about them. You worked for this. You waited for this. You deserve this. Five of Pentacles just showed up, and I will be honest. This is the one card in this reading that gave me pause because the Five of Pentacles traditionally indicates financial hardship, feeling left out in the cold, going through a difficult time. But when I tune into the energy of how this card is sitting within this reading, I am seeing it very differently. This is not about what is coming. This is about what you have already been through. The Five of Pentacles is showing me that you have experienced a period of lack, whether financial or emotional or spiritual, where you felt like you were struggling while everyone around you seemed fine, where you felt excluded or overlooked or just fundamentally alone in your challenges. But Sagittarius, and this is crucial, that period is behind you. This card is in your reading to remind you of how strong you are, how resilient you have been, how you survived something that could have broken you. I am seeing that the difficulties represented by the Five of Pentacles taught you something invaluable about your own strength. You learned that you could be knocked down and still get back up. You learned that you could lose things and still rebuild. You learned that you could be disappointed by people and still keep your heart open. These lessons are going to serve you so well in this next chapter because you are walking into this period of abundance and opportunity with a groundedness that only comes from having been through real hardship. You are not going to take things for granted. You are not going to squander opportunities. You are not going to forget what it feels like to struggle. And that memory is going to make your success so much sweeter and so much more meaningful. There is also something here about recognizing that the help you needed was there all along. You just could not see it at the time. The traditional imagery of the Five of Pentacles shows to people walking past a church in the snow, and the symbolism is that sanctuary was available but they did not know to look for it. I am seeing that there were resources, support systems, people who wanted to help you during your difficult time, but for whatever reason, whether pride or shame or just not knowing where to look, you did not access them. This card is encouraging you to stay open now, to ask for help when you need it, to recognize that accepting support is not weakness but wisdom. You have been the strong one for so long, the one everyone else leans on, but it is okay to lean on others too. It is okay to admit when you are struggling. It is okay to let people care for you the way you care for them. The Devil card just came out, and I know this can be an intimidating card to see. But in the context of this overwhelmingly positive reading, the Devil is actually bringing a message about liberation. This card represents attachments, addictions, patterns that keep you stuck. And what I am seeing is that you are becoming aware of something that has been holding you back without you fully realizing it. The Devil is not here to scare you. It is here to wake you up to a pattern that needs to break. I am picking up on a specific relationship or situation where you have felt trapped. where you knew on some level that it was not good for you but you stayed anyway because leaving felt harder than SDA. YNG. This could be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a job, a habit, a belief system. Literally anything that you have been giving your power away to. What makes the devil powerful in this reading is that it is showing up at a time when you actually have the clarity and strength to break free. This is not one of those situations where you see the problem but feel helpless to change it. You are ready now. You have reached your limit with whatever this is, and that limit is creating the momentum you need to finally walk away or set a boundary or make a change that you have been avoiding. I am seeing specifically that there is something you have been telling yourself you cannot live without. Some person or situation or substance or pattern that feels necessary to your survival. And the devil is revealing that this thing is actually draining you, limiting you, keeping you small. The irony is that you think you need it, but it actually needs you. It needs your energy, your attention, your compliance. And you have been feeding it for way too long. The chains on the devil card are loose, which means you could walk away anytime, but you have convinced yourself that you are stuck. This card is here to show you that the only thing keeping you in this situation is your own belief that you cannot leave. And as soon as you recognize that, as soon as you see that you have always had the power to free yourself, everything changes. I am seeing a moment of clarity coming soon where you just wake up one day and realize you are done. You are done tolerating this. You are done making excuses for it. You are done pretending it is okay when it is not. And that moment of clarity is going to lead to action that is swift and decisive and maybe even surprising to you because you did not think you had it in you to be that firm, that final, that unwilling to compromise. Four of Swords appeared, and this card is bringing such a gentle, healing energy to this reading. The Four of Swords is about rest, recuperation, taking a pause to recharge your batteries. And I am seeing that you need this right now, Sagittarius, maybe more than you realize. You have been going so hard for so long, pushing through exhaustion, telling yourself you will rest later when things calm down. But things never calm down if you do not make them calm down. The Four of Swords is giving you permission to step back, to take a break, to prioritize your mental and physical health over productivity and achievement. I know that might feel uncomfortable for you because you are someone who is always moving, always doing, always working towards something. But this card is telling me that rest is not laziness. Rest is strategy. I am seeing that you are on the verge of entering this really exciting, dynamic, abundant period that all the other cards are indicating. But in order to fully show up for that, in order to have the energy and clarity to capitalize on the opportunities coming your way, you need to replenish yourself first. Think of this as the calm before the storm, except the storm is a good one. It is a storm of blessings and breakthroughs and beautiful new beginnings. But if you go into that storm already depleted, already running on empty, you are not going to be able to fully receive everything that is trying to come to you. The Four of Swords is asking you to be intentional about creating space for stillness, for quiet, for doing absolutely nothing productive for a little while. This could look like taking a vacation, even just a weekend away, or it could be as simple as committing to 8 hours of sleep every night. Saying no to social obligations that drain you, spending time in nature, meditating, reading for pleasure instead of self-improvement. Anything that allows your nervous system to down-regulate and your mind to rest. I am also picking up that there is some mental processing that needs to happen, some integration of everything you have been through recently, and that processing requires spaciousness. You cannot always think your way to clarity. Sometimes you have to create emptiness and let clarity find you. The Four of Swords is promising that if you honor this need for rest, you are going to emerge from this period feeling refreshed, renewed, and ready to handle whatever comes next with grace and enthusiasm. The last card I pulled for you is Seven of Cups, and this is such a perfect card to end on because it is all about dreams, possibilities, options, and choices. The Seven of Cups shows up when you have multiple opportunities in front of you and you need to figure out which ones are real and which ones are illusions. In your case, Sagittarius, with all this positive energy flowing through your reading, I am seeing that you are about to have more options than you know what to do with. This is a good problem to have, but it is still a problem because having too many choices can be just as paralyzing as having no choices. The Seven of Cups is encouraging you to be discerning, to look past the surface appeal of things and really evaluate what aligns with your values, your goals, your authentic self. I am seeing this particularly in relation to opportunities that are going to present themselves soon, whether in career, relationships, creative pursuits, or just general life direction. Things that seemed impossible before are suddenly going to be available to you, and while that is exciting, it also means you need to be clear about what you actually want versus what looks good or what other people think you should want. The Seven of Cups is warning against getting seduced by flash and glamour, by offers that seem too good to be true, by people who promise you the world but cannot deliver. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity, and not everyone who is interested in you has your best interests at heart. This card is asking you to trust your intuition, to take your time making decisions, to not feel pressured to commit to anything before you are ready. What I love about this card in your reading is that it is showing me you are in your manifestation power right now. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your vision for your future, these are all incredibly potent, and they are creating your reality in real time. The Seven of Cups is reminding you to be intentional about what you focus on, to be clear about what you are calling in, to make sure your dreams are actually yours and not just borrowed from society or family or social media. You have the ability right now to create whatever life you want, but you have to know what you want first. This might require some soul searching, some honest conversations with yourself about what truly matters to you, what you are willing to sacrifice for and what you are not, what success looks like on your terms rather than anyone else's. So Sagittarius, when I look at this reading as a whole, what I am seeing is a complete transformation of your life. And it is happening faster than you think. The energy here is so positive, so full of potential, so rich with possibility. You are releasing old burdens, stepping into your power, finding your people, getting your wishes granted, healing from past hardships, breaking free from toxic patterns, learning to rest and recharge, and opening up to a future that is so much brighter than what you have known. This is not just about things getting better. This is about you becoming someone who naturally attracts better because you finally understand your worth and you refuse to settle for less than you deserve. The universe has been preparing you for this. Every challenge you faced was training. Every disappointment was redirection. Every moment you thought you were falling apart, you were actually falling into place. And now all of that preparation is about to pay off in ways that are going to feel almost surreal in their perfection. I know you might feel skeptical. I know you might be afraid to hope because you have been let down before, but I am telling you with absolute certainty that what is coming for you is real. It is solid, it is lasting. So stay open, stay ready, stay aligned with your highest self, and watch as your entire reality shifts to match the incredible person you have become.